Hello, my name is Lilian Güntsche. I'm from Berlin, Germany, and I am a mobile business lady. I've been in the mobile industry since 2004, and I'm consulting some of the biggest corporations in the area of digital strategy. I am also an author, and I will be publishing my first book on mindfulness in the technology age this fall in Germany. And I am a business yogi and a mindfulness missionary. And I started an initiative around mindfulness in the technology age, which is called the Dignified Self. So by my definition, mindfulness is the non-judgmental consciousness of the present moment.
Okay.
So actually being in the current moment. And that's something that has become quite challenging, especially for people working in technology, also people basically nowadays always being confronted with digital life and solutions, because you're always thinking about the next step and the next step and the update of the update, and it's quite hard sometimes to just focus on the current moment, and that's what mindfulness is about. And that's exactly what the Dignified Self is a lot about, because we focus on basically the fusion, the merging technology and mindfulness. For example, applications, mobile health applications that help you to become more mindful are parts of it. And there's a lot of mindfulness applications out there. It's already $1 billion business. So there's meditation applications, for example, or yoga applications, or also applications that help you to become more productive and more focused.
Yeah.
And they are all part of mobile health. So technology can help a lot, actually. There's wearables as well that can remind you to just stand up sometimes during the day, or help you with your breathing exercises. And then maybe you can measure how stressed you are, how high your stress level is, and then your tech could tell you, hey, you should just take a moment and just concentrate on your breathing and just do nothing for 1 minute and just try to not think about all the different things you have on your plate. I think mindfulness very much helps the healthcare system, because when you practice mindfulness regularly, for example, if you meditate regularly, you're much more healthy. So a lot of studies prove that actually your lifespan extends. And also maybe in hospitals as well, you could offer to the patients some silent rooms or areas where they could do maybe writing exercises or anything that helps them to maybe focus on things that don't stress them that much. Well, I think actually privacy and data is a big thing, because once you use technology, a lot of people are skeptical because they might have to give their data in order to get something back. It's a give and take kind of thing. So it's about, I think, mobile health and also eHealth in general will work once the trust level is achieved. So you have to focus a lot on trust and where's my data going, how's my privacy handled. And a lot of people don't know where it's going, and so focusing on that and showing exactly where it's going, the transparency around it, I think is a big success factor. Well, I think in the current days, the currencies we're having is data and speed. Mm-hmm. So everything has to be very fast, and it's always changing, and we're living in a very disruptive time. And the other one is data. So all the biggest new startups are mainly built around data. Well, I think data should always belong to the person that basically owns the data. And if I'm willing to give you my data, then that's okay. But I think it shouldn't be. It's kind of like a fundamental right to be able to decide where my privacy information is going. And if I decide that's okay for me, I'm happy to give my data. And for example, the whole quantified self movement, that everything that you track every of your step is quite successful. A lot of people track and measure all of their body and use technology during sports because they're happy and willing to give their data in return to get like basically a personal fitness coach on their smartphone. But I think it should be like separately looked at individually in each different case, and not be a general thing that my data is just free to everyone. I'm not sure that they're entirely aware, and that brings us back to mindfulness.
Yeah.
Being mindful of what you're sharing, because every time, for example, also with social networks, every time I'm sharing something on a social network, I might double think and just be aware and mindful and conscious of it, that it's maybe someone is securing that data at that point. And if I'm okay with that, then that's fine. Then it's great, and then the technology I'm getting in return is wonderful, but I should be mindful of it.